Visit Aromacup.com, the world's leading single-serve coffee guide. Join our forums, talk with other coffee lovers, find coupons and reviews on great single-serve gourmet coffee machines, coffee capsules, and more great information, all available at Aromacup.com. Hey everybody, this is Brian with Aromacup.com. Thank you for joining me here in my virtual coffee shop, brought to you by Aromacup.com. Always grateful to have you guys with us watching our videos and joining us on the website on Aromacup.com. Today I'm going to do one of the things I do best. I'm going to make some coffee, I'm going to talk coffee, and specifically I'm going to talk about the Keurig B70 single cup gourmet coffee maker. This is the Cadillac of Keurig machines. This is essentially the nicest Keurig machine that you can pick up. As a result, it's going to be a little more expensive, but if you want a really rockin' single cup coffee experience, this is a great machine to go with. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of bells and whistles to talk about, so let's jump in and start talking about it. This one has a really large water reservoir on it, of course. That's one of the first most important things. This is 60 ounces right here, easy to fill, as with all of the Keurig machines. Take off the lid, fill it up with whichever water type you would like to use. I like to use some bottled or filtered water just because that really gives you the best taste in your coffee. So always keep that guy nice and full because this machine does require a lot of water inside of it to be ready to brew all the time. Speaking of ready to brew, let's move over to the LCD screen right here, which is currently reading ready to brew, so we're ready to go. That's good. But there's a lot of cool features on this LCD. We can access them by pressing the menu button. And when we go into the menu, we have a lot of different options. We can set the clock, of course, which is always important, because if you're setting the clock, as long as your time is set properly, you can move down to the next option, which is set auto off. And what this will do is it will tell the machine when it should turn itself off. So maybe you don't want the machine on all night, heating up, or just sitting there in power on mode. You can make that setting here in the menu. If we move down, we have set on time and we have set off time. So this is when we can tell the machine to turn itself back on and be ready to brew, so it can be turned on and heated up, ready to go in the morning for you when you get up for work, something like that. And then you can tell it to turn off after you take off and go off to work. The machine will turn itself off. So that's a very useful feature. Next one down is set brew temperature. This is cool because what this allows you to do using, and as you can see, I'm using these buttons right here on the left and right of the menu button. This allows you to change the brew temperature of the B70. So you can actually lower the brewing temperature based on, it's a limited range of Fahrenheit that you can set here, but the great thing about this is that you can actually set this brew temperature to your liking a little more. Again, it's always going to brew hot coffee, but if you don't like 192 degree Fahrenheit water, that's pretty hot. You can actually change that, which is very useful in this machine. And again, you don't find that in a lot of these single cup coffee makers. Press the menu button again, and we have one of the most important features. This is set brew size. So you're going to notice that I've got a bunch of little icons right here, little cups. And each of these gives us the cup size that we can brew with the B70. There's a very small, strong cup of coffee. That's the 3 1/4. That's the smallest. And I can just move over to it by pressing the left button here next to the menu button. If I press right, I get the next size up, which is 5 1/4 ounces. Press right again, I've got 7 1/4 ounces. Right one more time, now I've got 9 1/4 ounces. And then I've got the big guy. I've got the 11 1/4 ounce cup size. So depending on what size you like to use, most of the time, most every morning, things like that, you can set your default brew size on the B70 so that all you need to do is open up the brew basket and start brewing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at the default, which is the kind of medium cup size right now, which is 7 1/4 ounces. When you've selected that, you can just press menu, and now your option is going to be set, and now we're back into the ready to brew section of the machine. Again, we know we're ready to brew. We've got this nice backlit blue LCD screen here ready to go. We also know we're ready to brew because the brew button is nice and glowing blue. Now, another great thing about this machine, obviously, it looks awesome. There's a lot of chrome accents on it. And as my stepdad says, if it doesn't move, chrome it. And sometimes even if it does move, chrome it. You might as well, right? It looks great. So there's a lot of great chrome on this machine, which is also very cool. We have, of course, the Keurig brew basket with the needle technology, needle on the top, needle on the bottom in the brew basket. This is what punctures your K-cup and gets it ready for brewing. And then, of course, we have finally the removable drip tray that allows you to use a larger tumbler mug or something of that like, and we will talk about using that a little later. So we've talked about all the awesome features that this machine has, which are obviously many. Let's go ahead and show some of them to you. Let's make some coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab myself a coffee cup right here, place that right there on my tray, and I'm going to take a K-cup. It's vacuum sealed, ready to go. This is a Barista Prima Coffee House Italian roast. This is a great K-cup. Real nice, kind of medium roast right here. And all we got to do is place that into the brew basket and close it up. Now it's ready to brew. Now again, because I previously set my default brew size, I don't need to use these buttons here to the left and right of the menu button to choose my brew size. The machine already knows I like to use the 7 1/4 ounce size. However, if you need to change it before you start brewing, just simply press one of these buttons and you can choose a new brew size. When you're all done, you've chosen your size, just press the brew button. So the LCD is going to tell you that it's brewing. Again, this LCD is your command center. It tells you all the things that are going on with the machine. It'll tell you when it's heating up. It'll tell you when it's brewing. It'll tell you when it needs to be cleaned, which is also very useful because you do want to clean these machines every 3 to 6 months or so. That makes sure that they get the optimum brew when you use these machines a lot. If you're like me and you drink a lot of coffee, which hopefully you do, because that's why you've joined us here in our virtual coffee shop, right? So you can see how quickly this is working. That's one of the things that I love about these machines. They're super quiet. You're not going to wake anyone up in the morning by grinding coffee because you've got a K-cup full of coffee. It's super quiet and it's super fast. That's a great cup of coffee in under a minute right there, and it's hot and it's ready to go. That's one of the things that is great about this machine, and you can see how quickly it moves. Again, I call this the Cadillac of Keurig single cup coffee brewers. Clean up, easy to do, of course. Take out your spent K-cup and just toss that guy away, and you are good to go. Now let's go ahead and make some hot tea, because we don't all always drink coffee, right? Well, I know that I usually do. But let's go ahead and make some tea. I've got some Sleepy Time Herbal here from Celestial Seasonings. This is a great blend and good for the sleepyheads in your house. Go ahead and pop that guy in, close up your brew basket, and let's choose a different brew size. I'm going to go ahead and go up to the 9 1/4 here, and I'm going to go ahead and start brewing. Now again, just depending on the strength of coffee, the way that you like your coffee or your tea to brew, you can use the many options, the 5 brew sizes on this machine, to be able to choose how strong you would like your beverage to be. So this is really useful because a lot of other single cup coffee machines don't give you this many options for being able to brew your beverages. A lot of them will offer you a couple cup sizes. Some, very simply, will control the cup size, and you won't be able to take control of that. So there's a lot of great options on this machine, and that, again, is one of the things that makes it the Cadillac, should I say, of Keurig single-cup coffee brewers. There's our cup of tea, ready to go. Add a little honey, and you can get out the door, or give that to the sleepyhead in your house. So again, the machine's telling us right now, the LCD, that the machine is not ready, and that's because it's heating up. So we know that we need to wait until we get ready to brew on our LCD screen, which we do. So let's take out our spent K-cup. And let's do one of my favorites. Let's do some iced coffee. It's summer right now. It is hot. And sometimes a hot beverage is not what you need. So let's go ahead and brew some iced coffee. First thing I need is, of course, a tumbler filled with lots and lots of ice. You can use just regular ice, or if you want to get a little more daring, make some ice using our special coffee cube recipe, which we offer up to you in one of our other videos. Shows you how you can make some really great iced coffee. And let's put that tumbler, it doesn't fit. Well, that is exactly why we have the removable tray. There you go. Take out that tray, set it aside, and now you can see that I can fit my large tumbler into the brew area here of the B70. So I'm ready to go. Let's choose a K-Cup. Now, one thing I should mention, K-Cups, of course, come in many different varieties. Some of them you're going to see brew over ice on, and some of them, of course, are just regular K-Cups, like this Dark Magic that I've got from Green Mountain Coffee. Now, really the biggest difference between these is that usually the ones that have brew over ice have some flavorings, things like that. They're a little more well-suited to what you expect out of iced coffee, but you can use any K-Cup, and I like a good, dark, strong cup of iced coffee. So let's go ahead and use the Dark Magic today. Doesn't say brew over ice on it. That's perfectly fine. Pop that guy into your brew basket and close it up. Now, something I should mention, I mentioned this in our other videos, use your smallest brew size when you're going to be making iced coffee. Now, we can again choose our brew size by going back and forth using the buttons. So we're going to go ahead and use, now 3 1/4 ounces might be just a little too small in this case. Again, you want to experiment with the way that you like your coffee to be. I'm going to go ahead and use the step up, the 5 1/4 ounce size, just because I think that that's going to make a good cup of iced, but you may find that you like your iced coffee to be brewed differently. So let's go ahead and put this guy through. You see how quickly the machine starts brewing. That's one of the awesome things about a machine like the B70. And again, of course, this is a great time for me to mention Aromacup.com. Please join us on the website, sign up for a free account, join our forums, talk with other coffee lovers, find great coupons for K-Cups, and many other great things that you can find information and great videos, recipes that we offer up to you on Aromacup.com. All for free, a lot of great information that you can find. Please join us as soon as you have a chance. There you go, I've got iced coffee ready to go. Now, anytime you make iced coffee, you're probably going to end up adding a little more ice. But remember, if you use our awesome coffee cube system, which we offer up in one of our other Aroma Cup videos, you'll be able to make a really great cup of iced coffee without sacrificing any taste at all. But there you go, 3 great beverages, all in very little time with the B70. Make sure to put your drip tray back in, because you're going to need that guy later. Clean up, super easy, pop open the brew basket, and you're ready to go. Final thing I should mention, if you would like to brew just simply hot water, or maybe you're going to be making bag tea, or you need to be making cup noodles, something like that, just open and close the brew basket, and when you're ready to brew, choose your brew size, and go ahead and start brewing. Make sure there's not a K-Cup in there, and you'll have hot water ready to go. So this is a great number of things that we can do with a machine like the B70, the Cadillac of single cup coffee brewers. I hope that you guys found this information useful. Please join us on Aromacup.com. Check out our other videos. Thank you guys for joining us in our virtual coffee shop here at Aromacup.com. Until next time, enjoy your cup. I'm Brian, and thank you guys for watching.